Hey, and welcome to this, well, this is kind of an interesting mod that puts Duke Nukem inside Doom 2, and as you can see, it doesn't just extend to the gameplay, it extends to the menus. So we're gonna go into entryway here. I love the Duke Nukem animation. This feels so weird seeing Duke Nukem in Doom 2 and seeing the Doom 2 enemies. So this mod, it takes a lot of the weapons from Duke Nukem, it takes the enemies and it sort of puts them into Doom 2, and the result is a pretty interesting mix of both worlds. So as you can see, we're running around this level here and we're just being accosted, and yes, the enemies that can teleport, so they do kind of get a few of their abilities from Duke Nukem 3D in this mod, and yes, we can kick the enemies if we really want to. There's no reason not to, so let's do that. Mighty foot away. I like as well that when he hits the ground, he kind of makes the noise that Duke makes. So the shotgun still packs a punch, so that's good to know. I think the enemies are quite aggressive as well, like they really don't let you kind of have a minute once they get a sight on you. You'll also notice that they've replaced the little health bonuses with these cola cans. So here's the RPG, so if you've ever played Duke Nukem 3D, you'll know this is the equivalent of the rocket launcher, and they've obviously put it in here. I love that they've changed all the med packs and the armor to the Duke Nukem ones as well. So, like I said, this is as someone who grew up with Duke Nukem and with, we picked up a portal med pack and we can use it as an item. That's really cool. And even the end screen here has like flavors of the Duke Nukem end screen. Obviously it isn't the same one-to-one, but it does a good job, I think, of sort of recreating it in this. But as someone who grew up with Duke Nukem, like, it's just crazy to see like all this in Doom 2. So with the double barrel shotgun here, I think this is the Blood double barrel shotgun. I think this is from Blood. It makes the same noise as Blood from what I can tell. But what I also love is that the hollow dukes in this are so useful. Like, they actually kill enemies. So you can see I've already set one off there, and you'll see him running around the level, and he gets his own little health bar and such, so you can actually sort of set him out and he'll help you, which is really useful because some of these enemies really pack a nasty punch in this one. But look, you can unleash multiple ones at once, and it gets kind of silly when they start just running around. They will go after the enemies pretty aggressively, so yeah, if you think it's a bit tough, just stock up on these bad boys. So you can see the pigs in the tanks there, and you can also see these annoying things. So these shoot the shrink rays in Duke Nukem normally. I don't know if they actually work as shrink rays in this, or if they just act as hurt beams. But you can see those hollow dukes there, they've literally taken over the fight for me here, so I don't really need to do much. It is interesting as well that some of the enemies are still chasing me, even though there are hollow dukes on the map. Oh look, it's a pig cop. It also kind of shows you how flat Doom levels are in comparison to Duke Nukem levels, just because there's not a lot for us to really be doing in these levels, because even though I can jump, there's not much for me to jump onto, because like obviously in the original Doom, jumping wasn't really a thing. But of course I had to come and have a look at what the Cyber Demon is replaced by. That will never be normal in my Doom, let me tell you. So I'm not quite sure where these enemies are from. So someone's going to tell me in the comments where these are from, and I will appreciate that. But it's nice to see that they've kind of fleshed out the entire roster of enemies, and they haven't sort of left any gaps. So you're not seeing Doom enemies here, you're just kind of seeing these enemies. I will say, these seem a lot more aggressive than the SS soldiers that they replaced. The Ripper here, like, absolutely tearing a hole, but like, there's a lot going on there. The enemies are really tough. And you can see that the Cyber Demon has been replaced by the final boss of the 4th episode of Duke Nukem 3D. And that electric attack is so nasty. I mean, it's accurate because that's what it does in the boss fight when you fight it, but like the fact that like it's doing this to me like this is pretty nasty. Like, I'm probably gonna die here. Yeah. So, jumping on a bit here, I wanted to kind of see what all the weapons were like, and the best place to test that, in my opinion, is Courtyard. So you can kind of see as I'm cycling through all the weapons here, and all the different enemy types who are running out here. You get the Octobrains, you get the Reapers, you get all the enemy types. What's interesting about the pipe bomb is that you don't get to detonate them. They kind of detonate after a few seconds on their own. And what's interesting as well, the shrink ray actually does work. So if you shrink an enemy, you can sort of run up to them and stamp on them. As you can see there, well, he more kicks them, but you get the idea. So it is cool that, you know, this has been kind of carried over pretty nicely. And of course the Devastator, who couldn't use the Devastator, let's be honest. Look at how much ammo it has as well. Like, goodness me. Is that... yeah, it's an invulnerability. As you can see, some of these enemies, I don't think they're pulled from Duke 3D. I think they're pulled from other build games, which is perfectly fine. Like, you know, why not flesh them out? And what's interesting as well, the shrink ray actually works as well. It actually freezes the enemies. So, to complete this kind of little look at this mod, I figured that I'd jump to Icon of Sin and just have a look at all these Duke Nukem weapons in this area. Oh god. Oh wow, okay, that's different. This is usually a safe zone. Oh, hello. So what's interesting in this room is that they haven't changed the Icon of Sin, but they have put turrets on the roof, which, you know, it just makes this level even more annoying than it already was. But as a kid who grew up in the 90s and who grew up with these franchises, I always wondered what it would be like to see Duke Nukem in Doom, what it would be like to see Doom in Duke Nukem. And to see it kind of fully realized like this is just really, really cool to me. Obviously, you know, we're taking liberties, there's additions here that aren't in Duke Nukem, but the effort here is very much appreciated. And honestly, like, I will probably want to do a full playthrough of this at some point just for the giggles, because this is crazy. And the fact that you can even use items, and the fact that, you know, it incorporates so much of the Duke Nukem 3D DNA into the actual gameplay is just really cool to me. I hope you enjoyed this little peek into this Duke Nukem 3D mod, and if there's interest, I'm happy to maybe do a more fleshed out playthrough of it, because this is crazy and fun and I am enjoying it. And I've stuck the link in the comments so people can download it at their leisure, so do feel free to give it a try. And yeah, thank you very much and see you in the next video.